welcome back to the Technodrome, and we have more top techno action for you. Tonight, it's every robot for itself in the sumo. Everything's building up to today's big final. It's come on you tortoises in the football. Daisy the cow is back in the sprint, along with a host of other animatronic athletes. And it's the turn of Olga Korbut, the robot gymnasts. And watching it all with me will be our resident experts, Professor Noel Sharkey from Sheffield University and Professor Martin Smith from the University of Central England. Morning.
Morning.
Well, it's been a long day so far, and watching events unfold for us on the techno track and field will be Liz Bonin.
Hi Philippa, yes, I'm down here with another great crowd to catch all the action from today's events.
Thanks Liz, and getting the inside track on all the teams and machines will be Simon Scott.
Yep, Philippa, I'm down here hunting down the best robotic innovations and the best triers. And believe me, I've seen some humdingers today.
Famed for his enthusiasm, and coming up later, live football as 6 teams battle it out for the remaining quarter-final places. But right now, I can see down at the football arena that it's Team Snowcat, last year's silver medalists, up against the Skeleton Crew. Over to Barry.
This is the last match in the first round. Skeleton Crew, a combination of Constrictor and Hellbent, and taking its name from how Hellbent looks. You remember we saw Hellbent, and they're the Wilkinson family who are in charge when it was beaten in the sumo wrestling. So is there to be consolation here? The Skeleton Crew against Snowcat. A combination of Cat's Whiskers and SnowStorm.
Teams stand by to compete. Power up.
Snowcats coming from the left. First charge in by SnowStorm. Determination too. And then taking on its colleague, having an argument rather early in the match. SnowStorm wants to be everywhere, it seems to me. And at the moment, only one member of the Skeleton Crew wants to be anywhere. We haven't seen Hellbent yet, have we? No, this is Constrictor blocking, or trying to block SnowStorm. SnowStorm coming away. And here's Hellbent in goal, literally for a moment. Thumbs working hard, but nothing produced yet. Oh, yes there is! Slightly fluky goal, it has to be said, by the Snowcats. Should really have been saved. They had 2 defenders back, but Hellbent was not hell-bent on stopping it. SnowStorm again, charging without too much control. Whizzing around the place, Hellbent looking a little static, it has to be said. And there should be a second goal here, or is that going to be carried over the line, which presumably would be some sort of handball. So it's probably a good job that the ball didn't cross the line. I think the referee would have disallowed this if it had carried it across. But I'm not 100% sure, I have to admit. Now Cat's Whiskers. Trying to get hold of the ball down the left side. Have you ever seen it run along the goal line? More straight than that. This is not quite the quality of some of the earlier contests. Brute force, and again, it's up on the top of SnowStorm, rolls off, and again across the line. But it's amazing that Skeleton Crew are still in contention here. Just the 1 goal. While it remains 1, there's always a chance of recovery. A goal in danger. By that I meant the far post as we look. SnowStorm is just flying around the pitch, flattening everything that moves. Hellbent suddenly seen as an attacker. Sudden change of tactics here from the Skeleton Crew. And Hellbent gets control. Cat's Whiskers on the line with the equaliser. Scored by Constrictor. Cats Whiskers was there to defend, but just pushed it straight into the path of Constrictor. Not something to be recommended. So 1-1, another clash in the middle. And here's Cats Whiskers. SnowStorm protecting the ball. Now taking control of it. Hellbent back to cover. Ball slightly stuck behind SnowStorm. Never mind the ball, chaps. Let's all have a knock at each other. Now Constrictor in control. Comes out to Cats Whiskers. Constrictor has lost an arm, it seems. Certainly lost something. And the ball sitting there waiting to be pushed home. Cats Whiskers trying to defend, but in a rather curious style. The ball is running the match, spinning away, and finally Constrictor drives it home. But that was really quite extraordinary. It's 2-1 to Skeleton Crew. It took so long to get into the match and an eternity there to score the second goal. But it's their victory by 2-1. And in the quarterfinals, Skeleton Crew play Make Robotics. I think Team Typhoon and BB are the ones to watch.
One of those goals was an accident. I'm sure of it. Snowcat's frozen out there. All the robots played magnificently, though, didn't they?
Well, it was hard luck. I mean, at the end of full time, it was 1-1, and then the other team scored a golden goal, so they weren't too happy with that.
It's a very good team. They're very, very good robot, very experienced, very manoeuvrable robot. I'd feel a bit glum.
Would you? But the thing was, they weren't reliable enough. I know it's harsh.
They didn't have the, I'm sorry to keep stressing this, but the flappy things, which are ball controllers, they didn't have those. And you notice several times the ball rode up over SnowStorm.
And they just couldn't score then.
Could have scored at some certain points if it had just had something to control the ball.
Thank you very much, Martin and Noel, the brains of the games.